PranksNews Q&A. I'm Catherine Nader, and it's finally a warm day on March 30, 2014, Mississauga, Ontario. PranksNews is a comedy talk show I've been working on as one of the hosts produced by WebTV. We feature guests on the show, prank them, and make news about their work so we can make it more tolerable. For example, there was a time when couples were pranked with condoms and chocolate, and when Marlo's drink was poisoned with vitamin D drops on PranksNews Episode 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Carter Kniffen.
Hey, welcome. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, yeah.
It seems like the most common question that people ask you is, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm not really even involved in drama at all. I'm studying, I'm in molecular biology and philosophy.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to ask you, since you're in that field, what made you so interested in joining PranksNews?
I've always actually done improv at school, and so I really enjoyed being with the drama clubs and doing extracurriculars like that, and it was a great way to meet people as well. It was a lot of fun.
And when you first heard about PranksNews, what were you doing exactly?
What was I doing? I was actually hosting the Poetry Gala, and that's when I met Catherine and Mike and a couple other people, and they just said, hey, well, what about this news show that we're doing? And I immediately jumped on board.
That's good. I was talking to Mike in the previous podcast, and he said you were such a great co-host, and you pronounced all of the names wrong together, 50-50.
I did. I split them right in half. I just said them all so wrong, and it was kind of embarrassing for me, but you know what? I keep my head high and deal with it, I guess. Just work through it.
That's really good. So what made you end up throwing condoms at couples?
My boss. I was just told what to do, and we went around campus. That was actually so much fun. The looks that I got. One girl, she was studying so hard. Bless her soul. I started reading this poem to her so loud, and I just remember her face. She was just astonished that I was saying it so loud, and everyone was looking, and she was totally embarrassed.
Do you still remember any of the lines from the poems that you can recite to us?
Any of the lines from the poems?
I just know the beginning, which is hark.
Hark. Every time I look into your eyes, I feel this gaze of the skies or something. Something along that.
Something so there was a matches. Matches.
Oh yeah, we'd be the best match of all the Match.com matches. Yeah. I remember vaguely, but not very well. Yeah, That was good. And Marlo came up to me and broke up with me in front of all the people. I think it was the second time we did it. They thought it was so serious, and people were like condoling me and giving me all these looks like, oh my god, I'm so sorry you just got broken up with, and I had to like tell them like, oh, it's fake, don't worry, it's fake. Yeah, they seemed like they were a little worried.
Yeah, no, because that was the first video you had to do for PranksNews.
I was actually really nervous before I did it, but once we got rolling, it just turned into a lot of fun. And I think my favorite was we found this girl I think she was sleeping, and we like put a condom and a chocolate right in front of her and just like backed away slowly. And she actually woke up as we were doing that, and we just, blew her a kiss and said she's quietly.
Did you bump into any of those people you pranked after?
One guy, he was the one who got kind of upset that we had done that. He's in my chemistry lab. Yeah, so I see him every week. But it's good. It's good.
So why was it again that he didn't want us to film him and the girl he was with?
Yeah, well, Muslims they don't believe in sex before marriage. Mm-hmm. So and I had given them a condom like the prank kind of entailed, and so she had taken offense at that. And so that was kind of an adverse thing. And, these things happen if you're going to be messing with people, right?
Yeah. And are you good with them now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see him at chemistry all the time?
Yeah, I do. Actually, we've helped each other in our labs a little bit. So, That's all right. It's all right.
And my next question is, what's it like having molecular bio midterms and interviewing guests on the show on the same day?
It's a challenge. It's kind of hectic, and, you kind of have to push one to the back of your mind while you're doing the other. But it's a lot of fun, and it's exactly what they say. The more involved you are, the more fun you have. So, I wouldn't change it for the world, right?
Mm-hmm. And I was pretty impressed with, when you came in right after your midterm, I just handed you the cue cards and I said, look, this is what we have to say to the professors when they come in, and I have to go and get ready. I cannot sit with you through this.
Yeah, and I sat down and read them, and I understand that. You're a busy person. Heck, you're putting the whole show together, right? So
thank you.
Yeah, that's what I just sat down, read them, and kind of had to put on my acting face, I guess.
Well, thank you, Carter Kniffen, for coming. I'm Catherine Nader, and you can read more about the show in the show notes of this podcast on webtvblog.tumblr.com or catherinenader.tumblr.com, and you can also like us on facebook.com/webtvofficial. PranksNews Q&A.